The state issues its recommendations for the COVID vaccine, what the governor is doing to ensure those who want a vaccine can get one.
And it's special election day in DeForest as the village board votes on the recall of a trustee over the issue of fluoride in the drinking water there.
And the Madison school board set to vote on whether or not to bump its own pay. A closer look at the costs involved. You're watching News 3 Now at 5. Thanks for joining us. Wisconsin's Department of Health Services says it will continue to recommend the COVID-19 vaccine for all Wisconsinites 6 months of age and older.
This as Governor Tony Evers has signed Executive Order 275, which has a goal of urgently safeguarding Wisconsinites' access to vaccinations. DHS has issued a statewide standing medical order that allows most Wisconsinites who want the vaccine to get it at pharmacies without a prescription.
The action that we are taking with the Office of the Commissioner of Insurance, we are hoping that insurance companies that maybe have not covered it will eventually cover the insurance. So I think that's the first lesson is, or the first suggestion is just to be patient and not give up, because there are people at different levels and agencies in the government who are working to try to improve access.
Now, you can get information about the COVID vaccine from your healthcare provider or pharmacy or on the DHS COVID-19 vaccination webpage. Now for a check on the weather. Boy, we're running out of ways to describe this weather this week. Sunny, warm. But there's always a little chance of rain lurking out there somewhere.
And Alex has the latest look at Radar 3000. Alex?
Yeah, I sure do. It feels, how about we just say it feels like summer still out here on the patio. It is a bit on the warm side, and that warm air is providing some energy for some showers and thunderstorms. Let's take a look at Radar 3000, but they're well to the west over parts of north central Iowa and northeast Iowa. Will they make it into southern Wisconsin? We can use Future Track to show you that those showers are going to try to make their way to southwest Wisconsin, but they may get as far as the Mississippi River before fizzling out. The rest of us staying dry overnight tonight, but those showers, again, are going to be something we need to keep an eye on overall in our forecast. Warm temperatures, it's 84 in Madison. Look at that triplet, 87, Prairie du Chien, Boscoville, over to Lone Rock. Some real warm stuff out over parts of southwest Wisconsin, but the warmest is the Dells at 89. Let's plan that night together. Here we go. Temperatures down to 70 at 9 o'clock, so warm evening if you're going to be out for a walk. Overall, when you join us tonight for that 10 o'clock newscast, we'll have temperatures in the upper 60s. More rains in the forecast later in the upcoming week. We'll talk more about those rain chances again when you join me, or when I come back in about 10 minutes.
All right, Alex, thank you. An investigation into a Janesville middle school teacher is revealing sexually explicit comments made about children, including his own students, according to a criminal complaint. Sixth grade teacher Adam Teal, they say, told an undercover investigator online that he had seen child pornography and expressed his desire to exploit his nieces. Teal allegedly also sent the agent a picture of his naked wife, saying he took it without her knowledge. He also shared a picture of a student in class. Teal teaches at Franklin Middle School. He's charged with one count of capturing an intimate representation without consent, which is a felony. And the school district says Teal has been placed on administrative leave, and will keep you updated both on air and online as this story continues to develop.
The Sun Prairie School District announcing yet another change in leadership at Sun Prairie West. Peg Shoemaker will take over as the school's acting principal. The move comes 2 weeks after Associate Principal Ed Ford took over the role, following the absence of Principal Jennifer Flager after former West Dean of Students Robert Gilkey-Meisegeyer was charged with child sex crimes in July. Shoemaker has 40 years of experience in K-12 education and retired in June after serving as principal of Middleton High School for 6 years.
Tonight, the village of DeForest is holding a special election.
The vote comes after a village board member was recalled following complaints from multiple residents that he had intimidated or harassed them. For more on tonight's race and how voters are reacting, let's go live to our Maddie Heimsch, who has been following this story for months. Maddie?
Today's special election, like you said, has been really months in the making, and it's easy to see that by the steady stream of voters we've seen head into Village Hall this afternoon to cast their votes. Now, they're voting to fill the seat of recently recalled Village Board member Bill Landgraf. Bill was one of the trustees that voted to discontinue the addition of fluoride into the community drinking water back in February. But the petition organizers that recalled him tell me it was Landgraf's actions after that fluoride vote that led them to organize a recall. They allege he intimidated and harassed DeForest residents who spoke out against him, leading to a lack of civility and trust in their local government.
So I am hoping to raise the standards and, again, just go off the momentum of what people want. They want their voices heard, and they want to be heard in a respectful manner without fear of reproach from those who are standing on the board.
That's Alicia Williams. She's one of the candidates running against Landgraf, who is himself running to retake his seat today. And Landgraf all the while claims that the claims of misconduct against him have been baseless and politically motivated. Now, today's election is majority based, so the candidate will need more than 50% of the votes to fill that seat. And if none of the three candidates running receive that majority, there will be a runoff in October, so the top two vote getters will face another election. For now, reporting live in DeForest, I'm Maddie Heimsch, News 3 Now.
All right, Maddie, thanks. We'll have those results tonight on air and online on News 3 Now and Channel3000.com.
Maddie, thank you. St. Louis-based Schnucks has acquired Festival food stores. The deal acquires Festival's 42 Wisconsin stores, expanding Schnucks' footprint to 155 stores across Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, and Wisconsin. Festival will maintain its brand name and continue operating from its Onalaska headquarters near La Crosse. There are 3 in the News 3 Now viewing area on East Wash, Verona, and Janesville. The deal is expected to close late next month, pending regulatory approval.
Well, in the coming weeks, the Madison School Board will vote on an increase in pay for its board members.
Our Jalen Banks, caught up with one of the school board members on how much it will be and when it could be finalized. Jalen?
Susan and Eric, after about a month of discussion, the MMSD school board plans to move forward with a vote to almost double members' pay. MMSD, the second largest school district in the state, and board members currently make $8,000 annually. And the board president earns $8,300 with no additional benefits. If passed, board members would earn $15,000 annually and would be eligible for health insurance. I had the chance to speak with a board member, and they say members work 10 to 30 hours a week for the board outside of their everyday jobs and careers. And they believe this increase reflects their hours and responsibilities.
We want to be good stewards of the future of this board and who gets to be leaders within education in our community. And part of that means having an investment in the board that is, reasonable in terms of making sure people get a stipend that is somewhat attached to the amount of labor that they're required to do within this role.
If passed, members will be able to receive health insurance in October, and the raise will begin the next fiscal year. The vote is set for Monday, September 29th. A public comment portion will also be available at the meeting.
Jalen, thank you. Still to come tonight at 5, a Hollywood icon, Robert Redford, has died.
And charges are filed against the suspect in the assassination of Charlie Kirk. What investigators are sharing about a potential motive.
Plus, Jordan Love gives back to the community, how his performance on the field is helping high school athletes.
On Wall Street today, red numbers across the board. The Dow loses more than 125.5 points. The Nasdaq down 15. The S&P falls 8.5. And we'll be right back.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Prosecutors in Utah announced formal charges against the 22-year-old man accused of killing conservative activist Charlie Kirk.
The suspect set to make his first court appearance virtually from the county jail today. Andres Gutierrez reports.
At a news conference Tuesday afternoon, the Utah County Attorney announced charges against Tyler Robinson, the suspect in the fatal shooting of conservative activist Charlie Kirk.
I am filing a notice of intent to seek the death penalty. I do not take this decision lightly, and it is a decision I have made independently as county attorney, based solely on the available evidence and circumstances and nature of the crime.
Investigators are piecing together evidence, including a rifle found in a wooded area after last Wednesday's shooting at Utah Valley University in Orem.
DNA consistent with Robinson was found on the rifle's trigger. After shooting Mr. Kirk, Robinson hid the gun discarded the clothing he wore when he fired the rifle, and told his roommate to delete incriminating text messages and not talk to police. Children were present at the time of the shooting.
Also Tuesday, Robinson is set to make his first court appearance virtually from the county jail. Robinson has been held without bail since he was arrested after more than a 30-hour manhunt by local, state, and federal authorities. As the investigation continues, a spokesperson for Discord and 2 law enforcement sources confirmed to CBS News an account appearing to belong to the suspect claimed responsibility for the shooting in a group chat, writing in part, "It was me at UVU yesterday. I'm sorry for all of this." The messages were first reported by the Washington Post. Discord has said it hasn't found any evidence that the suspect planned Kirk's assassination on the chat platform. Andres Gutierrez, CBS News, St. George, Utah.
Well, legendary actor and director Robert Redford has died. His publicist said Redford passed away at his home in the mountains of Utah, surrounded by those he loved. No cause of death was given. Redford was known for his starring roles in Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid and All the President's Men, just to name a few. He also directed award-winning films such as Ordinary People. He won an Oscar for that one, and A River Runs Through It. Robert Redford was 89 years old.
Well, temperatures have been above normal the past couple days, but will it stay that way the rest of the week?
Alex, it's nice. You can see the leaves are starting to turn, and it's so nice and warm outside, you can really start to enjoy it.
You absolutely enjoy those fall colors out there. It's not 40s or 50s and windy with those fall colors. And we'll continue to see those fall colors start to get more and more vivid in the weeks ahead. But you'd be thinking, well, fall's right around the corner, the 22nd. That'd be as we head out towards that following Monday at 1:19 p.m. and temperatures are going to still be near 80 degrees with that average high of 73. So even though the 80s that we're dealing with now, they're going to dip, but they're going to still stay above normal here for the next 10 days. Live look here with a First One weather cam in Dodgeville right now, confirming that fall-like feel. We've got, I think, the cornfield here, or maybe a soybean field. Everything's getting closer to that harvest with that temperature of 87 degrees right now. Feels like 88 because there's just the tiniest bit of humidity in the atmosphere out there right now. 87 in southwest Wisconsin, 84 in Madison. But look at the Dells. Almost 90 degrees right now here at 5:14 p.m. So definitely warm, definitely feeling summer-like, and it's this warmth that's providing that fuel for a couple of thunderstorms well out to the west, Mason City over towards the Waterloo area. But those showers and storms as we come back to southern Wisconsin, note they try to make it over to the Mississippi River, let it play here again. You can barely even see it out by Decorah. It's brief, and then those storms fizzle on out. So expecting dry weather overnight tonight. Bottom line on the rain, mostly staying to the west until later in the week. Higher chances for rain as we head towards the weekend, but the weekend is not looking like a washout at this point. Coming up at 6 o'clock, I'll give you a glimpse using Future Track how those showers and maybe a couple thunderstorms will pan out over the upcoming weekend. Lows tonight, upper 50s, right around 60 degrees, clear to partly cloudy skies. Better chances for clouds out towards the west, towards the Mississippi River. Also want to take note, could have some patchy fog to deal with for work and for school tomorrow morning. Better chances are going to be more towards the east of Madison and northeast of Madison as it looks like right now, but just be prepared for that possibility of a little bit of patchy dense fog. Burns off quickly. Highs almost a repeat of today, mid, maybe some upper 80s with a tiny chance of a shower out towards the Mississippi River, towards La Crosse and Prairie du Chien. Really just a copy and paste of what we had today. And here are those temperatures as we go through the rest of the 10-day period. Again, staying above normal as we head towards the weekend. Better chances for showers and a couple thunderstorms Saturday and Sunday. Not expecting all-day washouts with those showers or with those thunderstorms, but the chances there that you want to just stay tuned, have that First One weather app handy to let you know if there's any lightning out there. Not expecting any severe weather as we head towards the upcoming weekend. And then as we go further out into the 10-day period, temperatures still staying above normal. Viewer photo here. If you have your phone right now and you're watching us sitting on the couch or on your chair, just scan that QR code in the upper left, and then you can send us a beautiful photo just like Mariah did from Partyville. We had the Northern Lights the other night, and if you're looking in the background back there behind the trees, you can see the greens No reds here in this picture, but still a rather stunning photo. Thanks, Mariah, again for sending us that picture. We'd love to see your photos on air as well. Just scan the QR code. And again, coming up at 6, we're going to talk more about that weekend rain, and I'll show you what that weekend rain may look like using Future Track. Eric, Susan?
All right, Alex, thank you. Downtown Madison has seen its fair share of e-bike and e-scooter thefts in just the past few weeks.
With the students back on campus now, there has been a lot more opportunity to steal those expensive e-bikes and scooters. Our Nash Dara has more.
With school back in session here in downtown Madison, there has been an increase in stolen e-bikes and e-scooters around campus. I spoke with Officer Jeff Kirchman of the UW-Madison Police Department about some of the precautions that you can take to prevent your scooter or bike from getting stolen.
Every year we end up with thousands of new students coming in, returning of all the past students, and that means that we get a lot of bicycles, e-bikes, as well as scooters showing up on campus. And that's just a really good opportunity for people who want to steal them, unfortunately. Where it's critically important to record some information about the bike, the make, the model, the serial number. The serial number is especially important because without that serial number, we can't enter it into a nationwide database that increases the chances that stolen property gets returned to its proper owners. Lock it, always lock it. Even if you're going to be gone for just a few seconds or a couple of minutes, a good bike thief can get in there and get that bike gone, even if it's locked with sort of a cheaper cable lock, within seconds.
If your e-bike or e-scooter were to get stolen, the best thing you can do is reach out to the Madison Police Department, but make sure you have that serial number on you. In Madison, Nash Dara, News 3 Now.
Thank you, Nash. And it sounds like it might be a good idea also to invest in a good bike lock if you haven't already. What is that one called?
U-lock.
The U-lock,
like
right. That's the one you want.
Really tough to break those, but man, take precautions. Next at 5, the Packers star quarterback using his success on the field to help those off the field. How Jordan Love is giving back to high school athletes. Stay with us.
Now at 5.
Welcome back. Former Green Bay Packer Mason Crosby and his wife are headlining a luncheon tomorrow in Madison.
Now, Crosby's wife is a survivor of a rare lung cancer she had back in 2019. The pair will speak at the Andy North and Friends Luncheon. The event helps to support innovative cancer research being done right here in Madison at the UW's Health Carbone Cancer Center.
I mean, like I said, we've been affected heavily. Everybody gets affected by it. So the more we can do and the more we can raise to help with the research is so important.
Well, since its inception back in 2009, Andy North and Friends has raised more than $20 million for the Carbone Cancer Center. The Packers star quarterback Jordan Love, he's been a force on the field already in his young career.
Yep, and now he's continuing his mission of being a force for good off the field. News 3 Now senior Packers writer Jason Wilde has more on how Love is giving back to high school athletes.
We've seen what Packers quarterback Jordan Love is capable out here at Lambeau Field on the field, but now his success on the field is helping local youth and high school teams off the field or on their fields as well. Last year, Jordan Love started the Hands of Love Foundation, which not only helps kids in Wisconsin and back home in his native California with mental health challenges and other issues, but it also provides cleats to teams every time Jordan Love scores a touchdown. He introduced the program last year. He was at Green Bay Southwest High School on Monday announcing year 2 of the program, and he spoke with players there and talked about the value.
I think that's the coolest part, is just being able to relate these kids and give them hope and just show them that, I was once a high school player just like them, going to school, doing the same things that they're doing. And if they just keep on the path and keep trying to be great at what they do and excel at it, that they can have that opportunity to make it to the highest level.
Now, last year, Jordan Love had 26 total touchdowns, both in terms of rushing and throwing. His goal is obviously to have even more touchdowns this season and stay healthy and put up those numbers. But every time he scores, another team gets cleats. If you want to register your team for the opportunity to get those cleats, go to handsoflove.org. The L and the O in love are a 1 and a 0 for his number 10 jersey. So that's how you get your opportunity to get a little help from the Packers quarterback. At Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Jason Wilde, channel3000.com.
Another reason to love Jordan Love. Jason, thank you. And Alex is back. Final check of the forecast. I think that's Port Washington, right? Didn't we figure that out yesterday? Beautiful shot along Lake Michigan, and we'll be right back.
Blues, why so many recent college grads are struggling to find jobs.
And he was a movie star icon, an Oscar-winning director, and a mentor to many. We remember the life and career of Robert Redford. That's tonight on the CBS Evening News.
And then coming up tonight at 6, we have continuing coverage as an investigation into a Janesville teacher reveals alleged sexually explicit comments made about children. We'll have that story and more at the top of the hour on News 3 Now at 6.
Finally tonight, move over drones and binoculars. AI just took the reins on one of nature's wildest head counts. Artificial intelligence has recrunched the numbers on Africa's great wildebeest migration and found the population is nearly 50% lower than what scientists believe.
For decades, scientists estimated around 1.3 million wildebeest roamed the Serengeti and the Masai Mara, but AI models put the number closer to about 600,000. Researchers say the AI-powered count opens new doors in real-time tracking of the migration and could lead to deeper insights into animal behavior and the effects of a changing environment.
Well, maybe AI helps. In some ways it does. Some ways it's kind of scary.
I'm just glad that wasn't an AI image.
Yeah. That's what I thought it was for a second there.
Me too.
Yes.
Alex is back. Final check.
No AI image for tomorrow morning. We're going to have a little bit of dense fog to deal with, so be on guard with that and just give yourself a little extra time to slow on down. Then we're going to continue to enjoy these temperatures well above normal. Best chances for rain this upcoming weekend, and at 6, we'll track it using Future Track.
All right. Thanks, Alex. Thanks for watching, everybody. The CBS Evening News is coming up next.
We'll be back in 30 minutes for News 3 Now at 6. You can always find us streaming 24/7 on Channel 3000.